world. The weather outside is not that cold, and if you take my hand, I'll walk with you to Georgia.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Country with Celine. I'm your host, Celine Schmarky, and joining me on today's show, he's actually from Ontario, and he's from Whitby, Ontario, which is pretty close to where I'm from. So, I mean, shout out to our Ontario peeps over there. Please welcome Brandon Z. Brandon, how are you doing today?
Hey, Celine, good. Thanks for having me. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I mean, it's a really nice day here in Vancouver. I feel like it might be a nice day out in Ontario too. My mom was sending me videos and it looked like it was nice, right?
It was nice. Yeah, it was sunny and then cold and then hot, but yeah, it turned out pretty nice.
The weather is so strange over there. Like yesterday, was 28 degrees, and today I think it's like 14. Like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's just want summer to come and just get some
Right.
heat going.
Summer, it's gonna take a while until summer comes. I mean, but when summer is here, it's the best time of the year because that's when country festival season is around the corner. So it's always exciting, especially as a country artist or if you just are a country music fan, it's the best time of the year. So
Absolutely. Country music sounds the best in the summer.
oh, hands down. I love country music through and through, which I'm sure you do and everybody else that's listening right now. But listening to country music in the winter just hits so different. You enjoy it, but just not as much as you do in the summer.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's made for the summer.
No, it is. And if you listen to it in wintertime, it has to be sad, depressing country music. That's the only time, that's how you have to listen to it. But anyways, okay, so like I was mentioning, you're from Whitby. So let's just talk about how you got your start in country music. Was it something that maybe your dad or your mom played around you when you were growing up, or something you discovered later in life? Like, how did it all come to be?
Um, Kind of a bit of both. I mean, it was a discovery thing. My parents were big Shania Twain fans. Like I feel like every parent in the 90s was, right?
No,
Um,
seriously.
I mean, I heard Shania Twain. I really got into like AC/DC, Rolling Stones. That's kind of like as a kid hearing that, I was like, oh my God, like I got to learn how to play the guitar right now so I can play all this stuff. So that was kind of my intro into music was I got an electric guitar and just kind of went nuts learning all the classic rock stuff. Somewhere along the lines, I would say like going into high school. I forget who, I think it was a friend or something, just kind of got me listening to more country music. And then the lyrics and just what I was doing. I mean, I grew up like outdoorsy. I loved fishing. I loved like hunting, like all that kind of stuff. And it's like as soon as I started hearing the music, I was like, wait, I do that stuff. So it was kind of like this connection that I had. And then just kind of growing up while listening to it, I would say like somewhere mid high school, I kind of really made the switch, and the lyrics were what really captivated me. Like, I love a good like rock anthem, but it's like when you can sit back, and especially high school, you're going through relationships, breakups, like that kind of stuff, and you just listen to the lyrics, and it's like, oh man, they get it, right?
Country music tells a story. I mean, most genres do, of course, it's music, but country music, it's just authentic storytelling and it's straight from the heart and it makes you feel like what's happening in the song is it's actually happening to your own life. It's crazy
Absolutely.
how it can be so personable, but it's the best genre out there. So I'm just putting that like it is. It's the best genre. But it's funny when you were saying how you love fishing and you love hunting. The first thing that popped into my head was hunting and fishing and loving everything.
Loving every, yeah.
Like
Shout out Luke Bryan.
please tell me you can play that song.
I I don't even know if I know that song. I know what to listen to, but I don't know what to play it.
Okay, fair, fair. Well, I mean, I think now you have to learn it.
Okay,
Or better yet, now you have to write a song about hunting and fishing,
absolutely.
right?
Just gonna make a note of that over
Yeah,
here.
make note and like add me on as a writer. I gave you the idea.
We'll split the royalties.
Yes, please. Thank you. That'd be great. But okay, so when was the like how old were you when you first wrote your first song?
That's a good question. Somebody asked me that recently, and I think it was like I was like 12. And
Oh, so
it's
yeah,
funny enough, I wrote it for a girl I had a crush on.
that's
It was just
adorable.
like, yeah, that was kind of my intro to songwriting, and she liked it. And I was like, maybe there's something to this.
You're a guy, you can play guitar, and you wrote a song for a girl. You're golden. You're a golden
It's like,
child.
did I just find a cheat code?
No,
And then
seriously.
yeah, and then from then on, it just kind of became a thing that I like doing. And then, listening to songs, I'm always like, I guess, critical in like a positive way. Like I like listening to songs and be like, huh, why do I like this? And why don't I like this? And what do I like about these lyrics and not these lyrics? So it's kind of like, it was all like discovery for me. Songwriting was like, I just want to see if I can do this. And it's like, just with anything, the more you start doing it, the more you realize there's so much to learn about it. And it kind of led me to Nashville in my early 20s, um, where I learned, like, I got a crash course on songwriting and how like every single word matters, every like breath, every pause, like it all matters. So I
And
kind of got thrown into that, and that just kind of helped me like shape myself as a writer. And I feel like you just keep hitting different levels where it's like, what, I feel like I'm really writing honestly, and then 2 years from now it's like you hit a point and it's like, oh no, like I didn't know what I was doing back then, but now I'm like locked in. And I just like that. I just like the fact that there's no like, okay, you're here and that's it. I like
no,
always pursuing something.
you can always grow. Like you're never gonna be here. You're always gonna keep going up, up, up the ladder constantly. Now, do you make a lot of trips to Nashville even now?
No, so that was early 20s. I kind of made a few cool connections down there, and was able to go semi-frequently, and met some cool people, and just being around that vibe. It was kind of
Mhm.
before Nashville became
Nashville?
like Nash Vegas.
Yeah. Oh
Like
God. Yeah.
like like when I used to go, there's no bachelorette parties, and now every time you get on a jet, there's like two bachelorette parties. Um, so it was kind of like right before everything really popped off. So yeah, it was cool. It was cool to see the town in that state, and just yeah, I learned a lot about writing through those trips.
But there's a lot of talented artists down there, like singers and songwriters. There's so many people that you can meet down there and you can learn from. Like everywhere you go, I feel like you'll learn something. If you walk into a bar and you see some guy playing something on stage and you're just looking at him and trying to figure out, okay, if he's doing this, I'm gonna take that and I'll try this out next time. Or if you go into a writer's round and you hear how someone writes a song and how it might be a little bit different. And you're like, oh, that's good. I'm gonna write that down so like I can put that into my own lyrics. Like there's just so many little things where you can learn stuff, like everywhere you go down in Nashville. And it's a great time, but it is becoming a little bit too much of Nash Vegas, which I don't even like, and I can vouch for everybody living down there that they don't even like it either. But hey, it brings money to the city, so.
That's it. It's become such a big thing, country music. So I mean, it's kind of cool in that regard. But yeah, and I think like I kind of just live my life like that. Like, what can I learn from this opportunity, this experience, and songwriting was like a way for me to like focus into one thing.
And how about like musical influences? So when you write your songs and you go into the studio, I'm sure you have certain artists that pop into your head that you like how their sounds are and you want to kind of incorporate that into your own way. But who would those artists be that you look up to?
I think for the longest time, like one of my favorite artists is Post Malone, even pre country. I just think that guy is like so creative, so talented in different levels, and just reminds you of like to have fun with music. And I've seen his shows a few times, and it's like he just has fun. So, and then when the country album came out, it was like, okay, that's kind of the direction we want to go. And I think like every male country artist aims for Morgan Wallen in some way or another. It's like you want to kind of get that sound more so sonically, and some not so much like lyrically or vocally or anything like that, but I just try to have like that's a target. I mean, he's the best, so you might as well aim for that.
Oh, no, for sure. I mean, it's good stuff that they're releasing. So as long as you're in that realm, I'm sure the songs will be great.
Even if I fall short, it'll be okay. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as that's the target. But okay, so you're working with Dan and Garrett here in BC. They're awesome, first of all, and you've released quite a bit of songs with them. And now you have a new song that you just released not too long ago called Hangin There. So just talk about the song, talk about the meaning behind it, because you told me and I loved it, but I want you to have the platform and tell everybody else what the meaning behind it is.
Sure. Okay, let me see if I can remember what I said. Um, so hang in there. Hanging There is a song about just simply put, like a relationship that's gone bad because the guy is struggling with alcohol issues. In the first verse, you kind of understand that, she's been wanting to give up for a while and then finally does. And on her way out, she leaves the cross necklace like in his truck on the mirror. Just kind of like, I can't fix you, but maybe this can kind of analogy. And yeah, I think when I was writing it, I had the chorus idea for a while, and usually I write pretty fast. Like Sideways, I wrote in like 20 minutes, and this song was like I had the chorus, but I had no context. It was just like I don't know where I'm gonna go with this, and I think I sat on it for a few weeks, and then I just kind of had like an epiphany. It was like, oh, this is the story, and I don't know how it works songwriting. It just kind of like for me, it just kind of drops out of nowhere. So I just went with it. And yeah, and I like you said, I recorded with Garrett and Dan and those guys. We've done enough songs together where it's like I just send them like a demo and they know what to do with it. They kind of know the sound. They do their thing and yeah, love those guys.
When you say that it just drops out of nowhere, though, when you write a song, um, is it just certain things that you're just, oh, I'm gonna write a song about that, but you have no personal experience with it? It's just a song that you want to write, or do you write stuff like about a personal experience? I mean, there's no right or wrong answer here. You can do either or, but I'm just curious and asking you.
I think I think both. Like a lot of, I write from experience and I write from truth. I wasn't an alcoholic and that didn't happen, but I've struggled with other things, and had failed relationships in the past. And so it's like I kind of weave my story into like a movie storyline or something. This song in particular, I kind of just saw it as like a movie scene, and that's kind of like what I went off. But I think you can't help but like weave your own personal stuff into your songs.
How about for a music video for this song? I don't think you've released one, but I feel like this song deserves some sort of music video.
Yeah, it's funny. I live on like a country property and there's a farm behind me and we went out to shoot some reels there. They're on Instagram now. And we started filming. We're like we got them back and we're like, man, we got to do a video. Like this is just the vibe is right and
Yeah.
so it's kind of in talks. I'm not sure, but yeah.
So no, that's exciting. I mean, there's a lot of meaning behind this song too, rather than, don't get me wrong, your song Sideways is a great song, but it's completely on the opposite spectrum of what Hang In There is about. So I feel like Hang In There, there's more of a story, obviously, and a music video should be I can envision it in my brain, especially when you're saying about the cross hanging down on the mirror. Like I can envision how exactly this music video is gonna go. And I feel like it will happen. It will happen. When the timing is right and it will happen. I'm just putting it out there. It will.
It's gonna click.
It's
Yeah,
gonna it's
yeah.
gonna click. It'll click. So like upcoming releases, let's just chat about that. What do you have coming up for 2025? You working
Uh
on any more songs, projects? What's going on?
Yeah, I think there's a few songs kind of in the tank that we're prepping to put out and release, and still have to record them. But that's kind of my plan moving forward for this year is just keep kind of hitting some singles and just keep doing that route. My last song, Turn Around Sometimes, did like far better than I expected to. It's almost at 2 million streams here within like 6, 7 months. Um, and with Hanging There coming out, it's yeah, it got added to like a lot of the big playlists too. So I mean, I just want to keep the momentum rolling. That's kind of my plan.
Yeah, once you have something going, you got to keep on going because if you just stop, everything will stop and the momentum will go straight down. But your songs have been getting a lot of recognition. How does it make you feel?
Uh, it makes me feel good to like it's
It
the
makes me
short
feel good.
just
Okay.
the easiest answer. Okay, next question. No, um, I think I was saying before this, I've been recording music since I was 17, and in that time span, there's been a lot of songs that spent a lot of money and time on, and you get like at the end of the year, you get 16 streams on them or 20 streams. And it's like that feeling is so defeating as an artist. I think it's something that everybody goes through and you have to go through. But to
Mhm.
to be to be this where I'm at now, where it's like, tens of thousands like daily almost. It just feels like nice to have tangible results for the amount of time put in. Like not that putting in time you're owed anything, but it's just it feels good and it feels encouraging.
Yeah, no, of course, it feels encouraging. That's like anything. If whatever you put out, you put your whole heart and soul into a project, and if it's not like, mind you, it can be received differently with everybody, but when it's actually received and people are listening to it, people are paying attention to it, it makes you feel good. Like you can't, it's not, it makes you feel really good and like your hard work paid off. That's how it feels.
Absolutely. It almost feels like a relief is like almost a better way to put it. Because for so long, it's like I know that there's something here, but it's just like not getting out to the amount of people that I want it to, or the right ears aren't hearing it. And it's like now to be at this level or in this place, it's just like, like I knew it. Like I wouldn't have kept at it
Yeah.
for so many years if I didn't believe that it could get to this spot.
How long did you have like that song in particular, like Turn Around Sometimes? How long do you sit on your songs for? Because I know you were saying Sideways you wrote in 20 minutes, but how long did you wait before putting that out? Like how long?
Turn around sometimes was a year. I wrote that like yeah, I think it was like a year before I put it out. And funny enough, I wasn't gonna put that song out. I sent it to Dan and Garrett, and I was like, I think this could be cool. I'm not really sure. And my demo sounded far different than what we came up with. It was sung in a lower register and slower, and I was like, I just think it could be cool. And they took it and ran with it. And it was one of those songs where, I think younger brain putting out music is like, oh, this is gonna be the one. This is gonna be the one. And when Turnaround Sometimes came, it was just like, I like the song. It sounds cool. Let's see what happens. And funny enough, it was like the most well received song I've had and the highest streaming. So it kind of was a lesson in itself to just be like, just have fun. Like just have
Yeah.
fun with it.
Well, it even landed you the cover of Canada's Country. So,
Right, right.
yeah, so big editorial playlist there. So, I mean, hey, everything's going in the right direction, and that's what you want it to do. And your hard work is paying off, and you're good at what you do. It's if you were bad at what you do, then nobody would be streaming your stuff. But clearly, you're good at what you do. So,
But I try
um,
to tell myself.
but when it comes to the new songs that you were just saying, because you want to keep the momentum going, what type of vibe are we looking at? Are you gonna release any breakup songs, happy songs, party songs? Like what are we looking
I feel
at?
like I can't stay away from breakup songs for some
Just,
reason.
you know what? They're
I
good. They're good. It gets us. Even if you're in a happy relationship, it's fine.
I constantly find myself going through breakups, so I think that's where it all comes from.
Oh my God. Poor
Um,
guy.
what can I say? Um, but yeah, so the next one specifically is like an upbeat summer anthemic type of song, but it's also a breakup song,
Okay.
which seems to be the trend. Um, for me anyways. Yeah, and I think just hanging there kind of brings it back down to a level that I don't know if I've been like super honest, super open about faith, which is a big thing for me. And then I want to just kind of turn it back up a little bit for the summer, and that's kind of what we're planning on doing.
Well, that's it's going to be an exciting year though for you. But if you were looking at your whole career, like right now, it's 2025, where this is going to sound like such a typical stereotypical question, but where do you see yourself in a couple years from now? Like what would your dream be?
Well, you know, I feel like I could go really big, but the older I've gotten, I've learned to aim just a little bit lower. Realistically, I just want to see what opportunities can come from continually releasing music. If it lands me like to write with more established songwriters, it lands me more opportunities to network and meet more people. I'm happy there. If I get streams and opening slots for artists or festivals or whatever, that would be awesome too. But yeah, like I was saying before we started this, it was just I just feel like I'm in perfect balance with my life right now, and I'm just enjoying the process and enjoying seeing the results. So I don't know if I have a to make a short story even longer. I don't know.
No, it's fine. I mean, it is a hard question to ask. Like, realistic, like it is hard. Like in 5 years from now, like you can say, oh, maybe I want to do this, but I'm really present with my life right now and I'm really enjoying it. So whatever happens, happens. I'll be happy and I'll learn to adapt to it. But I mean, I'm sure everything will turn out the way it's supposed to be, right? So
Yeah, and that's kind of it. I spent a lot of my like 20s, like, in a few years I'm gonna be here, in a few years I'm gonna be here. But it's like to me, it's like it ruined the process of it.
yeah,
And I kind of missed out on that. So I just feel like I'm in like a flow state of just enjoying the process, enjoying recording one song at a time, enjoying seeing people stream it and getting feedback. And it's just fun.
a lot of fun. I mean, being an artist is fun. To work in this industry is it's the creative mind space. It's perfect for people who are creative, right? But if you were to say a dream collaboration, last one here, I'll ask you. Dream
Ooh.
collab. Is it Post Malone? Because I feel like that's where we're getting at here.
Uh yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Okay. Had a
Basically,
feeling.
yeah, that was a good guess.
Oh, really?
Uh,
Yeah, it took me a long time to figure that out.
yeah, I would say Post Malone. Like I was saying, I've been a fan of him since White Iverson. I just think he's just on some next level, and I think it's just you can just tell he has fun with it. Like he's not trying to do anything. Some of his songs are like the things that he says are like so funny, but it's like such a badass song. It's like how can you weave all these things together? And I just think that's like ultimate creativity. So yeah, that'd be a cool collaboration.
How about would you ever release a song? Because obviously Post Malone was more of a rap artist and now he's a country artist. But there's also other artists that incorporate rap into their like music now. Would you ever do something like that when it comes to country music?
Yeah, I would, and I have some older stuff that I've done. I have a song out, "Never Been This High in a Truck," and it's kind of on that wavelength a little bit. I don't know. I think way back I put rap in a song, and it's just I don't know. Not for me to rap, but I would do with someone else that's a rapper.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past you. You are from Ontario, so you don't really hear of, I mean, no, I shouldn't say that because there are a lot of country singers that are from like Ontario, but I mean, when you just think of music, you don't really think country, you think rap because that's
Right.
more so where all the guys that are from Toronto, they want to be rappers. So,
Absolutely. When people reach out to me, they're like, "Oh, so what state are you from? Oh, so you're from BC. Oh, you're from Manitoba." It's like nobody ever guesses like I'm 30 minutes from Toronto.
They won't never guess it. They just won't. It's okay. We yeah, Toronto. It's there. Yeah, we can talk about Toronto because we're actually from there. So Toronto's its own
Yeah,
place.
well, that's what I was gonna say. Every little thing has its own, like in this area, Toronto, even though it's like 30, 40 minute drive, it's a completely different world
Yeah.
than here. And yeah, like I'm surrounded by where I'm at now, I'm surrounded by farms and it's like again 30 minutes to the city. So it's a
Yeah.
little bit different, but also I think that influences my music too because I get to have like a bit of both and have the influence of all the rap and the city lifestyle and all of that with my music. So yeah, I feel like it shapes me, so it inevitably like shapes my sound.
Well, your sound's great. So
Thank you. Thanks to Garrett and Dan.
yeah, thanks. Shout out to BCers. Yeah, Darren and Gad.
They make me sound a lot better than I do.
You know what? I really want to hear the song "Turn Around" sometimes before you gave it over to them. So.
Oof.
Like
Yeah,
I really need to hear it. Or when I see Dan and Garrett, I'm gonna ask them for it. So
I'm gonna be texting them right now, not to show you.
not to show me. No, I'm sure it was still fine. But anyways, Brandon, thanks so much for chatting with me today on Country with Celine. It was awesome getting to know you and exciting to see the songs that you have coming out this year. And I'm excited to see where you do end up in 5 years.
Me too. Thanks for having me.